YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching the videos. What's going on? Yeah, I'm just waiting for some people to come in to make sure the stream works. Yeah, man, I appreciate you stopping by. YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching videos. What's going on? So, I don't really have no big video topic or nothing to talk about. I just wanted to check in with y'all. You know, last week, I took my butt up to I took my butt up to Pennsylvania last week. I booked the load up. Yeah. You get you some commercial property in South Carolina to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. That load paid about $1,400. I booked the loads $1,400 going up to South Carolina. Okay. You would say, because the load went 500 miles. I had the deadhead 15, 20 miles for it. It was like an exit up from where I was. Booked the load, went and picked the load up. That's that load of empty containers. The last video I did before this video, I ran a load of empty bottle containers, the Pepsi, up there in Harrisburg. When I got up to Harrisburg last week, I don't know what it was, but the freight was really, really dry. The freight was so dry, man. It was a bunch of loads up there, but all the freight stayed up there. None of the freight came south. So I'm looking and looking and looking, and it's just loads popping up, all the freight just moving around. Loads paying good up there. Load paying real good. You can do 1,000 a day. So I'm trying to go south, and I couldn't find nothing. 1,200 to come south. That load came down to Alabama, 1,200. So the load came out of I got that load out of York, Pennsylvania, to it's a town, small town outside of Birmingham, Alabama, for 1,200. I might have got maybe 240, 250 a mile on that load. The rates up there are terrible. I incur any extra costs to run the load. I was like Western Pennsylvania. When I go to Pennsylvania, I like the between when I go to Pennsylvania, between Allentown and like Harrisburg and maybe like York, Pennsylvania. I don't like to go too far east because you go out to Philly, you start getting into them tolls and going across I-76, I-476, and it gets expensive running across those roads. Then you gotta go through DC. Excuse me, y'all. But eating his ice cream, you know. But on I-81, and you got a light load, when you get down to like Tennessee, you can run the mountains pretty good, and you can make good time running down 81 and come down I-77 and go about your business. When it comes to the Northeast, that's the lane I like to run. I don't like to go up 95 because you got to go up Jersey, you got to go through DC, you got to go through Richmond, and all that traffic going up to DC. It's just, you know, I don't like to do that. So I'm back down here in the South right now. I'm in I got a cotton load, 800 miles. Up in the Northeast, because the rates are paying good if you're running around in the Northeast. But to go up in the Northeast to come back down, you don't make no money. You're gonna take the hit coming down, but it don't matter. You done made all your money. I can get a load out of Indiana, Ohio, going towards PA, paying 25. But as you know, when you get out to PA, it's gonna be hard. Once you get up to the mid, you ain't gonna get a good rate. Or to go from the Northeast, you know? Big Chris, man, I was looking for your email and I didn't see it. Send me another email. Just send me a blank email. Because 200 emails that haven't been answered. I be trying to find time to answer these emails, but I got at least 200 emails that haven't been answered. And I have to go through these emails. But in the subject line, when y'all send me an email, put your YouTube handle so I know it's you. Then I know who it is, because I got a bunch of emails. Excuse me, y'all. Don't tell nobody. Reginald Wright say, I'm loaded, man. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull up. I'm going to pull up, and then I'm going to finish this video. Picking up a load of cotton. Picking up a load of cotton. I'm just trying to find a spot to park at so I can finish this video. This guy gonna mess me up. This guy gonna mess me up. I'm trying to set my trailer up so I can hit this corner. There's a picture. You gotta be careful. You gotta tip your trailer over. You don't want to tip your trailer over. I'm at this cotton place in Alabama. At this cotton. It's cotton everywhere out here. Oh, they got a scale. Run across that scale. I know they don't want me using it, but I'm gonna run on across it. and get out of here. I'm gonna sit right here and finish up this video. Finish up this video for y'all and finish up this video. Hold on, let me turn my APU back on. It'll get hot quick. But anyway, Reginald Wright say, do C.H. Robinson work with Brand New Authorities? Who works with Drive Brand New Authority 404? C.H. Robinson will work with you, but most brokers out here will work with you. I would say, look, if you can get 30 days with your authority, you'll be all right. You know, in your first 6 months, you can't be real picky when it comes to freight, because you gotta understand you a new business out here and you trying to pull freight, and so these companies don't trust you. And like last year was a good year to get your authority because you can make it without working hard. And see, like, I'm coming up with about 1.5 years of my authority, and like I mean, I'm thinking if I was a brand new authority out here, I would probably have a tough time because the loads are slim pickings out here. The loads are real slim pickings, and so you can't be really picky. And with your own authority, like I would suggest make sure your expenses are as low as you can get them. You know, get the lowest truck payment you can get, or if you got to pay for a truck, pay cash for a trailer, so you don't have to worry about that. Because a trailer is cheap. You can buy a trailer for $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. And so, you know, if you can't afford a trailer, you may want to think twice about getting into this business, because equipment costs. That's what it is. It costs to do business. You gotta, to get out here with the big boys, you gotta have your money together. So, you know, if you don't got 20,000, I mean, you need 20, 30,000 to come out here and play around with the big boys. But I mean, I'm trying to be honest as possible. So I don't want to sit here and amp guys up, because last year was a popping year. Last year was crazy last year. But I'm trying to be honest as possible. But so if you're coming out with your own authority, with a fresh DOT number, with the slim pickings out here, I suggest to have your expenses to get your expenses as low as you can get it. You know, either have your truck paid for or have a truck payment of $1,000 a month or something like that if you can get it. Because I was on Lone Mountain. I was looking at Lone Mountain. They got trucks on here for $1,000 a month. You can get your International ProStar for $1,000 a month, $2,500 down. Let me show y'all. 2015. Hold on, y'all. I know this kind of changed the trajectory of the video, but I seen some on Lone Mountain. The reason why I like Lone Mountain is because they post their inventory. Their inventory is live. So at any given moment, you can go on here and just look, and you can shop around. Okay, where the price is at. Now, I mean, I could go to Lone Mountain and see if they got a referral program, but I'm here for the drivers, man. I'm here to help y'all. I'm here to help y'all the best as I can. And so this ProStar, this one's got that Navistar N13 motor in there. I'd rather get a Cummins. If you're gonna get a International, try to get a Cummins. But this is why I like Lone Mountain. It's so bright up here. All right. See, that's why I like Lone Mountain. The screen keep bouncing up and down. Hold on, y'all. I mean, y'all can go on Lone Mountain. You can go on Lone Mountain yourself, and right down the front of the website, they got they. Right now, internationals the best bang for your butt. Right. This is why I like Lone Mountain. Right there. See that? So with 400,000 miles, 3,500 down, that'll give you a truck payment at $1,000 a month. That's not bad. Now, I don't like this motor that they got on here, but the motor that they have in here is the Navistar. Let me look at another truck. Okay, they got some in here for $1,100 a month. Well, it's basically $1,200 a month. 3,000 down. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, see the truck here, man. I mean, that's a nice truck, man. I mean, I know some guys, man. I gotta have a Peterbilt. Man, go get you a truck, man, and go make some money with it. See that one right there is $3,000 down, $1,125 a month for 42 months. Okay, you get a warranty. I mean, it's not the best truck in the world because it's got that Navistar 13 N13 motor in there. I really don't like. I really don't like truck manufacturers' engines, PACCAR, and I don't like them engines. I either go to Cummins or Detroit. But I mean, if you want a truck, I mean, you can find a good price on a truck, and see, this is why I like Lone Mountain. It's like you can go on here, you can just scroll through the trucks, you know, and it's live. This is a live. They got a live inventory, and so, okay, if you're looking at getting in this business, say you got $15,000, you go down to Lone Mountain and get a truck, okay? You put $3,000 down on the truck, because Lone Mountain is going to see. Lone Mountain, they're gonna want to see you have more than $3,000 in the bank. They're gonna want you to have at least 10. You know, they don't want to take all your money. So you put $3,000 down on the truck. You got $1,000 down on insurance. Because if you go with OIDA insurance, you put $1,000 down. What else? You go get a trailer. Say you put $2,000 down on a trailer, you know, a $10,000-$15,000 trailer, $1,000 for miscellaneous registration paperwork, plate, stickers, permit, here, something. $8,200. So you got 15,000 minus 80. Hold on. Minus 8,200. That'll leave you with $6,800 in your pocket, well, in the bank, to go pull your first, to get through your first week. You know, to get through your first week, right? That'll leave you with $6,800. All right. Now, if you got your own authority, these numbers may be slightly different. And if you're going to lease on with somebody, these numbers may be slightly different. And so so dollar truck payment is about $1,100. Those are just the fixed costs of the truck. So you got $2,620, okay? You bought your ELD, you paid for that. Your ELD is $300 for the year. 30, 60, 90, all the freight you can get. You can't be picky. If the broker, you just, so you got 26.25 divided by 25 days. That'll give you got to do at least, so when the average person works 5 to 6 days a week. Okay, you can do more, you can do 7, because we truck. I'm just trying to get some numbers together so you can understand how to book and what price on loads. So now that bump out to $130, so $131 a day that you got to do. Now, the load is 400 miles. It's tough to get 2,000 miles. I say you could probably. All right, let's see where we at. I don't know, y'all. This stream keep messing up. But like I was saying, if you book a load for $800 going 400 miles, let's see how much money we got to work with. Okay, so we got 400 miles divided by 7.5 miles to the gallon. We're gonna burn 50 gallons times. I get fuel for about $2.65 a gallon, $2.60, $2.70, somewhere in there. So plus 20 plus 130. If you want to account for home bills and all that garbage, you can do that. But the reality is you still you need some numbers to work with to see how much money you need to be making. About $800, which is doable. 7 to 8. You can take home $3,000 a week. You still got to pay home bills, but we just estimate, getting an understanding on what costs, what we're gonna be looking at. So if y'all follow me, y'all can have y'all pen and pad in a slow period, even in a quote unquote slow period. You can do about $2,500 to $3,500 a week. When you come to running a truck, you might go to pick up a load and the load cancel. You might get a flat tire that make you late, and so you get late. You deliver the load, but it makes you late on the next load. You get what I'm saying? And so that can mess your week up. You know, it's all kind of things. So running 5 to 6 days, you can make $3,000 a week. It's just depending on how hard you want to work. And this is just average, you know. And I know a lot of y'all like to cookie cutter everything and try to create this salary-based environment in trucking. Like, getting a salary, steady paycheck in trucking don't exist, especially when you have your own truck. And so you just got to be creative and have a business mind. And so to Reginald, I don't know if he's still in here. That's my answer to Mr. Reginald Wright. But do C.H. Robinson run with new business ventures? Yeah. I think they require 30 days. You know, most of the brokers on the low boards, I say 50 to 65% of the lows on the low boards, brokers on the low boards, require at least 30 days. So, and before you do any of that, I suggest you get a factoring company before you even pull one load, because them brokers are in business just like anybody else, and they're trying to move freight as cheaply as they can. And if you call up and you don't do a credit check and you go run that load and that broker don't pay you, that's on you. Okay, this trucking, you don't have no big mega carrier behind you to back check these brokers. You got to do the back checking. You got to check these brokers' credit. We're not talking about a FICO score, because I talked to some guys and they be like, "Man, what are you talking about? Credit score? What are you talking about?" A broker's credit score is a credit score that businesses use to gauge on how a business pays their invoices. So it's just the credit score I'm talking about is between factoring companies and brokers and shippers and receivers. That's the credit score I'm talking about, not the FICO score, not the Dunn's credit, no, that's not what I'm talking about. This is just the credit score in the trucking world between factoring companies and companies that do business with brokers and shippers and receivers. That's the credit score I'm talking about. And you need to get a factoring company. So you get the factoring company. Let me show y'all mine. Y'all know my favorite factoring company is Triumph Business Capital. If you know, I suggest the best factoring company in trucking. So Triumph Business Capital is the best one in trucking. Let me log on to my account and I'm gonna show y'all. Okay. The internet is real slow out here. Okay, so here's my factoring company. Okay, it's real mobile friendly. Okay, right now I don't got no bills factored. I don't want to scroll too far down because then it's gonna show my EFS account number, and I don't want to do that. But on the dashboard, okay, on the dashboard, hold on, let me fix this. Okay. On the dashboard right here, see it says credit request. I can go in here, hit submit a credit request. Did it come up? Okay. And so you go on here and you put in the broker's MC number, or you can type their name in and whatever. Let me think of a broker. Let's do C.H. Robinson, because the guy in here, he was asking about C.H. Robinson. We all know C.H. Robinson is a big company. They good. You don't even really need to check C.H. Robinson. Oh, I already got a broker in here. Look, I guess that's the last broker I checked. Fidel's Freight. Usually when I'm looking at brokers, the brokers that I do a credit check on are usually the brokers that I never heard before. Because when you get your authority, you're gonna have a lot of brokers cold calling you to get you to move their freight. Those brokers you want to stay away from, because those guys couldn't find nobody to move their freight, so they got to cold call a carrier to get them to move their freight. Now, if you too fast and you in a hurry trying to move that freight, well, they're gonna get you, because they're gonna send you this rate con. They're gonna send you the rate con, and you're gonna go and pick up that load, and you didn't do a credit check on them, and then you submit it for funding, and they get denied because you didn't do a credit check. So let's do them. D.H. Robinson. Right there. Let me pick one. Let me pick that one. Okay, so I hit credit. Ooh, look at that one. See, they're denied. They're denied. That's what it would say. Credit request denied. You don't want to pull that load. You don't want to pull that load. I'm sorry. Now, you can pull this load. If you really want to pull the load, me personally, I don't want to do all that work, that the company account, or look, you can take it up, say, I was talking to Voices, your Raycons, and so I'm gonna need 100% of the load up front. Now, just be a com check. He can cash out you the money. He can wire the money, or whatever the case may be. But like I said, I don't want to do all that. It's too much work. Because now you got to go over here and go to the truck stop and get a com check and all this. No. I don't got time for that. I mean, the number, and you can just call the number and make sure to my EFS account, and then we can go do business like that. But most brokers, they ain't trying to do 100% up front. But that's an extreme situation. Me personally, I would just find another load. Okay, see, this one come back good. Who is this? Oh, this is Fidel's Freight. And so when this is this is why you need a factoring company. I know a lot of guys, they don't like factoring companies. But even if you don't use your factoring company to actually factor loads, at least sign up for one, so that way you have access to the broker to check for credit, so you can do a credit check. And see what it says on here? It says they need original bills. They require original bills. See there, right there? Original documents required. So that means before they pay you for the load, you got to send them the original bill before you can get paid, which is no problem, because when you sign up with a factoring company, they give you the little envelopes to drop off at a trip pack location. I'm trying to find my folder. Hold on. Where my folder at? I think I took my folder home. Yeah, my folder at home. Shoot. But anyway, all right. So when you sign up for your factoring company, I thought I left it at home, but they'll give you these. They'll give you these. This is my factoring company, Triumph Business Capital. And so You just fill out the basic information, whatever, and you put the bills. You put the bills in the envelope, and you drop it off at a Trip Pack location. Most truck stops have a Trip Pack. You like right in front of the door. It'll be a yellow little thing sitting at the door. You drop the envelope in there. You seal it up. So once they receive the bills, they'll go ahead and give you the money to get paid for Trip Pack. I haven't used one yet because usually anytime a broker requires paperwork on their loads, I don't do it just because I don't want to do all that extra work. It's easier to call on another load. It's easier to do that than to do all this extra work. But if you're in the area where it's only like 5 or 10 loads and this is the best paying load, hey, have at it. You know? Have at it. But yeah, they usually give you a pack of them. You know, I got like probably about 10 or 20 of these, but I haven't used one just yet. But you know, it's so many loads out here. I don't want to. But that's just the gist of, you know, the reasons why I suggest guys to get a factoring company, because I don't use my factoring company that much. I may factor maybe 1 or 2 loads a week. So, I mean, it's not a big deal for me. So, and long as you following all the rules of paperwork, you'll be all the direction in the Raycons. If a broker requires you to give 2 check calls a day on a load, well, call or send an email. Send the broker an email. Hey, Mr. Broker, I arrived at the shipper. Hey, Mr. Lowe. Hey, Mr. Broker, I'm about 100 miles away from the receiver. I should be there. Blah 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 blah. Simple. I mean, but I know some loads. Company. Call up Triumph Business Capital. Tell them but appreciate y'all watching my video.